Hi, Mr. Ford. Nice to meet you.
No, it's great to meet you. Thanks.
I want to ask you about the importance of the brand being here in Argentina for its 100th anniversary.
Well, it's a hugely important thing for us. Argentina was, first it was North America, where my great-grandfather founded Ford, and then Argentina was the second country he came to. And so this is very unusual in the Ford world, and we're really proud of it.
Why was Argentina chosen to be the second country outside the U.S.?
I mean, if you looked at the Argentina demographics back then, it was a highly educated population with a growing GDP and a lot of natural resources. In fact, it looked a lot like the United States. And there was a great debate back in that era prior to the First World War in terms of which was going to be the next great superpower, the U.S. or Argentina.
Really?
Yes.
And how did your great-grandfather saw Argentina?
Well, I think when he came down here, he thought it was a great place to be, obviously, and he opened up immediately. And it's been a wonderful run for us here. We've loved being part of Argentina.
I want to ask about the future. How do you see the future of cars, and how is Ford working for that?
The future of cars is going to be very different than what we see today. And when I'm not talking 50 years from now, I'm talking in the next 10 years. The level of technology that's coming into cars is almost breathtaking. Soon cars will be connected to the cloud, and once that's the case, cars can do almost anything. So very soon cars will be able to communicate with other cars so that they get real-time information on traffic flows and weather patterns. They'll be able to communicate with the infrastructure. All the sensors that are out there will be talking to the cars and vice versa to help with traffic flows, things like traffic light synchronization. Your car will be able to find you a parking spot when you leave home because you're going to tell your car where it's going. And you'll drive right to that spot because it will also reserve that spot for you. And then you'll pay by your smartphone. You won't have to exchange money. And ultimately, we'll have self-driving cars, autonomous vehicles. And we're working on that technology today.
How far do you think that is? The car is going to take us to work and we won't have to do anything but relax?
Well, it's interesting. A lot of that technology will start to go in now. And so a lot of the pieces of that will be going in the very near future. The last piece, the fully self-driving car where the driver is completely hands-off, I can't exactly tell you when that's going to be because it must be perfect when that happens. And there are a lot of laws that we have to deal with, insurance and all those kinds of things. But my point is, I think the rate of technology change today and over the next 10 years is going to be greater than anything we've seen in the past. And we're still a car company. We're also becoming a technology company, and that's something that's very new.
Your great-grandfather had the idea of a car for every man. Yeah. How do you think we are towards that idea today?
Well, it's something we still follow. I mean, we have cars that are reasonably priced, and the way we're interpreting it for today is we're introducing technology for every man. Many car companies introduce technology at the highest price point, and the luxury vehicles or whatever their highest vehicle is, we don't do that. We introduce it sometimes at the lowest level because we feel, just as my great-grandfather did, that technology should be affordable to everyone.
100 years ago, the company came here and saw something. What have you seen in this visit to Argentina?
Well, I mean, obviously, you've been here 100 years, and we've seen everything in 100 years here, as has the country. I mean, we've seen wonderful years. We've seen terrible years. We've seen stable economic times. We've seen hyperinflation. We've seen politicians from both ends of the spectrum. And yet we continue not only to survive, but get stronger and stronger. And so what I see when I come here is that Ford is very well respected in Argentina, that our employees give back to society in a way that makes me very proud. Because to me, a car company, any company, isn't just about the products it makes. It's really about the legacy you leave behind and the impact you have on people's lives. And I feel very good about what we've done here in Argentina.
And now the final question. There's a lot of fan base here for Ford in Argentina. Do you have any message for the people that follow the brand and have been with you for tens of years?
First of all, yeah, I have a very quick message for them. First of all, thank you for being so loyal to Ford. I'm glad you love Ford because I do too, but the best is yet to come.